Hello and welcome. It's a good day to be on the farm. My name is Chuck, and this is Somerset Farms, episode 5. In episode 4, we purchased a third field, but a second canola field, field number 36, and we moved on to September. And in today's episode, we are going to begin harvesting that field you can see way down there that has our sorghum on it. But the only access we have to this field is this tiny little road here that goes between these brick houses. I was also in the process of moving some equipment over, so I moved the harvester and the header trailer with the header on it, and our third tractor with our tipper. Now this is our largest tractor, our Magnum 340. We don't need this big of a tractor to pull that tipper, but it is the one that I used to get that over here because I needed to move that tractor as well. So we're going to run down here real quick. There's collectibles everywhere down this road. So we're just going to work our way down, grabbing all these. That was the first tractor I think we've gotten. That's our fourth horse. Come on. Our fourth cow. And is this a sheep? Our third sheep. Anyway, I didn't pull the harvester down here because there's nowhere for me to park that trailer in here. There's just not a lot of room to maneuver. So I need to put that header on out there, then come down here and grab our sorghum. And this is a long, narrow field. So I thought it was best to just leave the harvester back here and get started with if we can fit this 5-meter header down this little lane. So we're going to see what happens. I haven't tried this yet, obviously. So I don't know if it's going to work or if it's not going to work. I did make a couple more trips with other equipment as well. So there's only one piece of equipment left for us to go grab from that other yard. And we'll go grab that here this episode, maybe, depending. Because like I said, that owner of that property is leasing it to another farmer, and they needed that space for their equipment, so we need to get our equipment moved over to our shed. So tight fit, but I think we're going to be able to make it. Made it past the power pole, and if we can just get past the front of that car, we should be okay. I wouldn't want to do this with any bigger of a harvester. Maybe this is why they gave you this harvester, because they knew I was going to be tempted by this field of sorghum back here. And this might not be the field that we want to plant lots of crops on. Maybe this will be our mowing field. Anyway, but we'll go ahead and unfold this, lower that, and get started. And kind of come this way and work our way over. Like so. Can I turn all the way around here? It's going to be close. I'd like to get this top end of the field squared off, so we have room to turn around when we come back. And again, it'd be really nice if there was an entrance somewhere down here. I'm just going to pull through this hedge kind of like there is, because there is just no way to get in here other than that little access between those brick buildings. So regardless, this might be a great field to just plant with grass and come down here and mow, and just grab bales off of it. I know that we'll put another crop on here. We'll see how it works. But I do like unique shaped fields. So that was what tempted me on this one. So now that we've gotten that, we'll just go ahead and get this started. We're only at 10%, so I doubt we'll get full on our way down and back. But we'll do the same thing on the other end, kind of square it off, and then we will get a worker going on this. I did put a worker busy on field 36, which is that one right there, spraying those weeds, and as you can see, I think he stopped, so he must be done. And I think he missed some stuff too, so we're gonna have to go clean that back up once we know that this field is underway. And so we're gonna do a headland down here just to give it space. I don't think either of these are straight north and south. And here's this section I tried to paint the grass on so I could get to our little tiny house over there. But that didn't work out the way that I had originally anticipated. So now that we've gotten that cleared, I think we can literally just 360, yep. I think we can just hire a worker and see if he goes. And it looks like he will. Hopefully he doesn't miss too terribly much on this end, but we'll figure it out if he does. Alright, then we're going to skip over to... yeah, look, he's parked with the whole thing down here in the hedges. So we'll get back squared away and take a look at the map here. So yeah, I tried to do, this is 60 degrees, not 90. Or no, it was 260, not 270, I think is what it was. But I set the worker on it up here and he just went straight. So I had taken this corner of the field, went up this way, went over here, and then was hoping the worker would go diagonal, but he did not. He just squared off, went straight. So we'll grab this section and finish this off. So while that harvester is going, we'll get this spraying and grab these here. But the sprayer is working pretty well. We were able to do that section pretty quickly. So there should be plenty of time to get the other field sprayed today along with harvesting. And we're just gonna follow the edge of this all the way over and then square off and turn to the right and head down. And there's those brick buildings again. And our harvester should be somewhere over there in that sorghum field. Yep, he's down there on the far end. So he made it up and back and turned around. That's good. And we will square off there. And get lined up this way. And hopefully one pass will take care of the rest of this. Because we still have to go get field 15 sprayed today too. But overall, I like it. We're cycling different activities rather than watching me plant again, so feeling good about that. And we're getting to use some of the other equipment we have, and we're getting the equipment moved over. So all of that is good. I'm feeling pretty good about how this is going right now. So let's go ahead and turn that off and check our map again. Yep, and that is pretty much everything we needed on field 36. So let's fold this up. While that is folding up, let's switch back over to our harvester. Yep, and let's... I don't think we're going to make it, but we're going to try to get down here with our tipper in time to get unloaded here. He's 80%. We're gunning it down this alley. Hopefully nobody backs out. Are we gonna make it? Are we gonna make it? Yes, made it. All right, so he's gonna stop, fill that up, and then start going again here in a second. This is a really big tipper, and this is a really small field, so we're not gonna get a ton in here. I'd be surprised if we get to 20% with this load, and I'd be surprised if we're over 30% by the time the whole field's done. 19, yep, 19. So let me get out of the way here. And I'm just gonna turn that off here. And we'll let that guy keep going. And luckily we were close enough that it didn't actually, shut off any of our equipment here. That car slowed down for us, and we're just cheating the hedges today, guys. I'm not driving all the way around. All of our equipment's right here. Sprayer's right here. Tiny house is right here. And we need to be working this part of the field anyway. So we'll just unfold this here and start spraying on field. Yeah, look at all these spotty weeds. Now, it wasn't as bad. This was like solid weeds. So spotty weeds I'll take. But we still need to get them taken care of. So, and then when we're done with this, we can go fill up with the rest of the herbicide we have down there and hopefully get that in these tanks. And we'll go from there. So here is our weeder there. And we'll fold down and hit the angle until we think we've got it. And then we're actually going to loop up this way and square off. And that got that section for us. And now we're actually going to do an end and then go across the bottom. And then if we missed a tiny little section in here, we'll come back and grab it at the end. And the AI worker has completed their task. I'm guessing that is our harvester. So Fred is done doing what he needs to do, and we're going to go ahead and swap with Fred. We'll have Fred run the sprayer for us on this field now. We've gotten that squared off. He can do a couple of laps for us here while we're getting the rest of that field harvested, and then we'll continue with our day. So pretty square, so line Fred up here, get him going. All right, and turn this one on. And it looks like we got everything from this end. Which checks out. So we'll just come and grab this little section over here. I think this would be a really good grass field. To bale and harvest. I don't think I want to necessarily run this harvester back in here, but maybe. It is a long field, so it's not like it's hard to, it would be hard to plant. And the harvester did technically fit in here through this little passageway, but that's ridiculous that that's the only way in and out. So let's go ahead and put the pipe out. We'll get this going. And come get this unloaded, and then we'll go park that harvester up. And he'll just kind of get in line here. We'll jump out, jump in the harvester, put that pipe in, and get this heading up the road. Like so. And I think I might have put that header trailer in a bad spot for turning around. But we will see. And Fred's already done spraying. So, yeah, I mean, I was worried about getting all this stuff done in September, but spraying does go pretty fast. So, and this should magnetically lock in if it's the right trailer. I didn't see it snap. I don't know if this is the right trailer for this one or not, but it looks to be on there, so we'll connect that up here. And like I said, I'm just going to cheat through this hedges over here. This is our gravel road anyway that goes back to our farm. And we'll just go from here and park this up at our nice 14-mile-an-hour pace. And then we'll jump over and finish spraying field 15. And then we'll take that tipper, dump it off over here. And we actually need to go get that last piece of equipment with our Magnum 340 case, because I tried to pick up the plow with the little case and the front wheels came off the ground and I wasn't able to turn. So we need to get the big tractor if we're going to use that case. We need the big case if we're going to use that plow. So go ahead and pull the harvester in this one. This one should be plenty wide. And I think we'll even be able to turn around in here. Maybe. Oh, a little bit too tight. Oh, now I got it stuck. So we'll put that there, wiggle our way out. And that's just a really long header trailer for that tiny little header. So we'll get hooked up. Is that angle too sharp? Oh guys, what have I done? Maybe we'll have to reset this and get a different trailer for it anyway. Well, I've gone and got that stuck, so that's not great. Well, it's not the header that's stuck, it's that giant trailer that header is on. So, whatever, we will park this here, and we will deal with that later. Let's see, where is Fred now? Let's get back to our weeds. We do need a strip this way, and then he was turning around right here for some reason, so we'll have to do a long strips that way. So let's get this strip done, and then we can set Fred busy going north and south on this other end of the field. while we get that tipper brought over and run and grab that plow. And then we should have all the equipment out of that old farmyard, and we can work our way from there. Oh, got a little too close to the stone wall there. All right, so let's go ahead and just loop around here. This will literally be like 1 or 2 strips at most. And that gate is still open, so that's not great. Am I lined up? Let's see, where does the end of this? Yeah, so the end of that is pretty close. So we'll go ahead and set Fred busy here, and we'll see if we can run faster than the tractor. Get down here and shut this gate. Before Fred gets down here so we can turn around. Then we're going to cycle over to this. And we will take the actual road this time with our tipper. And yep, off that total we got 5,462 liters. So almost 5,500 liters of sorghum. But that is not even 25% of our tipper here. So like I said, this is probably just about the right amount to feed some chickens with. It would feed 60 chickens or 120 chickens for a couple of months. So if we wanted to start a chicken coop, we could certainly do that. So that is something we will take in consideration. And since this is not covered, we will drop this in here where it can be covered until we decide if we want to use chickens or if we want to hold on to this and sell it in December when the prices are better. I was going to leave it right there by the door, but I want to make sure I can get in and out, so we'll drop that there. Now I saw something that said Fred was done, but he stopped. Again, he doesn't quite realize where this field is, so I think we're just going to have to, since it's turned off and this one's not, let's go grab that plow and then we'll come back and finish the spraying there, and then we will see where we're at. So harvest is done, spraying of field 36 is done, spraying of 15 is imminent. Not quite done, but making good progress. And moving the farmyard is almost done. So we're going to finish that off here. And then I'll show you. I actually sent some of the equipment back to the shop because I'm not sure that we're going to need it, or that it's the equipment that I want, I guess is probably a better way to put that. And this is the one behind 36, yep. So we'll take this back road back to the farmhouse. And the only piece of equipment that I still have laying around is this cultivator down here, so I should probably pick that up at some point in time and bring that over to our new yard as well. But let's get this plow taken care of first. Then we shouldn't have to drive this twisty little confusing road anymore, because we should be all moved out. And I am glad that you guys did not have to see me drive that harvester down that little road with that embankment. I definitely caught the edges a couple of times. It was a little bit of a tight fit. I probably should have taken the highway instead of taking this little road, but I decided I was going to try to see if I could get it. So real quick, here is where we started All of our tractors were lined up in this shed over here. And the harvester was here too. We got all of those. The front loader was over there, and there was like a cow or a horse or one of those collectibles underneath the harvester. So we got all that, and this is cleaned out, so we'll shut that. We had our seeder and our planter here. The plow was right there, and something was right there. The header trailer was right here. Tipper was over here. And then we had the bucket, the front loader, and the bale contraption there. And so this is the last piece of equipment, this big plow here. And then across the road over here, we had quite a bit of equipment over here as well. I think it was the tedder, the baler, a front mower, I want to say. And then the sprayers were back here. And then I didn't actually give it much of a look, but I think this animal farm or animal shed was also maybe part of it. So there's a silo over here and a manure pit, and then a place where you could load, like have the cows, milk the cows, do all that. And of course, collectibles everywhere. But I hadn't been in here yet. So we are officially out of this field, or this yard now. So the landlord will be happy to hear that, so we can get busy renting that to the next tenants. And I'm a bit of a wide load with this plow on, so we'll try to hug the edge here, but try to not take out any light poles or hit this old classic car that's parked on the side of the road on our way around. And yep, hug the hedges a little bit. Like I said, this plow is big, and I tried to carry it with the little case, and it was not having it. In fact, I probably need to put that really big front weight on the front of this if I'm going to plow with this, which we do need to plow field 18 that we just harvested. So that's something to be aware of, is that we will need probably even some weight, even with this case magnum, just to make sure we've got what we need. Oh, and yeah, these stone walls I can't cut with close like the hedges with the other ones. So we'll go over here and get looped around and parked up, and then just see where we're at. But things are coming along fine. Oh, tight turn. Probably should have slowed down a little bit more. There's the edge of our gravel. I probably could have just plopped this plow down in the sorghum field for use later, but since I'm not sure exactly when we're going to plow it, might as well bring it over here and put it in the yard, because we would want that weight anyway. Let's see if I can back it into one of these stalls. And if it will fit. So let's get this. Yeah, that's pretty good. It's about as good as it's going to get, I think, because of that hole there. But that's fine. That will work. Alright, guys. And I think that is going to about do it for this episode as well. Got quite a bit done. I do need to get over there and finish spraying that field for Fred, but wanted to get that equipment moved over. And in the next episode, we'll try to go down to the shop and look at all the equipment I moved down there and kind of talk about whether or not we want to keep that or not. But we got our field harvested, we got mostly everything sprayed, and we have our fertilizer spreader over here, which is our next step to start spreading fertilizer on these fields as well. But anyway, I appreciate you guys watching all the way to the end of the episode. I appreciate any thumbs up or subscriptions you've given. And please, if you're liking it, comment, let me know, and we will see you in the next one. Have a good day. Bye-bye.